Hey, good evening. Today is Saturday, July the 13th, 2024, and the time now is 7:42 p.m. So I just came across a news about Donald Trump relating to a Trump rally where there is a possibility of an assassination attempt carried out against the former president Donald Trump. And so far, the media hasn't been buzzing with the news because it seems as if the news is just coming in. Because I was actually checking on YouTube and I saw a possible assassination attempt on Donald Trump, and I immediately checked on CNN, Fox News, and so on. So far, it hasn't become a headline yet because it seems as if the news media are taking their time. The various media platforms are taking their time and trying to analyze the situation. However, there are a couple of things that I noticed as I watch the videos out there of the supposedly assassination attempt against Donald Trump. And it is very concerning. One being that the whole thing seems suspicious, and also, two, it doesn't make the United States look good. It makes the United States look bad in various ways. I do believe not just within America and among Americans, but also in the international community. It doesn't seem well for the United States. And also, couple of things with the video relating to Donald Trump's own action, which basically seems to me to be very unprofessional and outright stupid, because it not only put him, Donald Trump, in danger, but it put Secret Service agents in danger, the people in the area, in the venue, in danger, and also the United States in danger. But let me also add another interesting thing of the matter is the fact that the people in the venue, many of them took out their cell phones and recording as if it was a Taylor Swift concert. And I remember yesterday, actually, I saw an image, okay, of it's kind of like a cartoon of somebody drowning with one of their hands out in the water and they're screaming help. And the other guy on the show, basically every one of them pull out their cell phones, recording the matter instead of taking action, trying to jump into the water and save the person who is drowning. And that's what it seems like to me. And we have become danger to ourselves, okay, as a society, as a humanity. But I'm going to continue this talk or video or program. But I want to bring something in perspective here. This relating to what is happening on social media with many like myself getting on social media, okay, making videos, posting them on social media, videos in which we analyze the various situations in various countries and also around the world. I'm a person who's been very much interested in geopolitics and politics, whether we are talking about within the various countries and or around the world, geopolitically. However, because of my perspective, and I refuse to basically jump on the bandwagons, to basically be an echo chamber of what the masses is being trained to say or to do or to believe. I've been very much afraid to speak in public, okay, to basically come out in social media. It is just only recently this year that I finally made the decision that I am going to engage in various discussions about issues happening in the various countries in the world and in the global community in general. And I've learned that many people on social media, because their perspectives basically, okay, like myself, deviate from the common knowledge, okay, or from what the leaders and controllers or owners of society want us to say. Whenever people speak, their perspectives are often basically thrown out as conspiracy or conspiracy theories. I do believe many will categorize what I'm going to say here today as a conspiracy theory. I do not mean to be a conspiracy theorist, or this talk is not to spread a conspiracy. However, the intention is to highlight a couple of things that I recognize and what I think the supposedly assassination attempt of Donald Trump could mean for the United States. Please forgive me. I do not mean to be offensive, and I'm not trying to provoke anybody. I am not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. I just, once again, want to spread my perspective as I see fit or as I observe. So once again, I want to stress that many in social media, the system is going to come at them. People are going to get missing, I do believe. People are going to be persecuted because they do express, okay, or spread sentiments, okay, beliefs or perspectives that basically contradict the system, the authority. And this is where this is going. So we are in a dangerous time in life and in terms of our human existence. We have a war going on in Ukraine between Russia and NATO, or the West, the conceptual West, with Ukraine being a battlefield and the Ukrainian people being used, basically using the Ukrainian bodies to fight Russia with Western guns and munition. Just 2 days ago, we experienced the end of the NATO celebratory summit. I actually did a video or a program or a talk, if you will, which I am still editing and yet to be posted online. But with the situation relating to Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania, okay, at which it is said that a couple of gunshots were heard, and then the former president basically, as I look at the video, it seems, the whole thing seems suspicious, but it seems realistic. Looking at the video, I saw Donald Trump cringe. I saw him shake, just as if something went through him or went at him. For example, anybody, okay, standing and doing something, and then something happened out of the ordinary, whether you are hit by a stone, a rock, or maybe, let's say, for example, a bullet, okay, that impact is going to startle you. It seems that what's happened. But then, once the Secret Service, okay, basically jump on him as a means to protect him based on their protocol. After observing their protocol, you could hear one of them counting, basically getting ready to usher him out of the site. But once Donald Trump got up, once he was lifted up, his face was bloody, and then his ear, one of his, whether I think it was the right ear, was bloody. So let's say that it was indeed an assassination attempt and that a real bullet was fired, and the bullet hit the former president, okay, hit his ear, right ear. But then once Donald Trump was down and he got up, what he did to me was not just stupid, but it was unprofessional. It didn't take into consideration, I believe, Trump didn't take into consideration the safety of the people. And this is one of the reasons why the whole thing seems to me suspicious. And once again, guys, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here. I'm just saying what I observed. When Trump finally got up, it is as if he was looking for the camera. He wanted to be seen, okay? He wanted to be seen, for the bloody face to be seen. And then he expressed resistance. From the time he shook when he was startled, you could see that he was afraid. There was fear in his face, his posture. Even when they were trying to usher him, you can see that there was fear. But then, as I watched the video, I found myself yelling, like, what the hell are you doing? Get down, get down. It is interesting because Donald Trump seemed to want to be seen. He was looking for the camera. He was directing his face to find the camera so that the camera can picture his bloody face. And then he put his fist up as a sign of resistance. Now, for that moment, it's a good political moment. I do believe it is one of these moments that I think will basically or could basically win Donald Trump the presidency. Because as much as things continues to happen to him, it makes him a victim, and a victim who is resisting victimization. However, if the incident was indeed a potential, a possible assassination attempt, as they are saying, the media is saying, then Donald Trump actually did a stupid job by putting himself and the people at the rally in danger. And he made it difficult for the Secret Service to protect him. Let's say that the event, the situation was indeed an actual assassination attempt, and the first attempt missed. By you trying to find the camera, by you standing up and lifting up your fist and exposing yourself, if there was a sniper, you basically saying, do me right now. Okay, you exposing yourself. And let's say the sniper miss, then somebody in the crowd can get shot. So I think Donald Trump did a stupid job. It doesn't make you self or frightful by seeking safety, okay, being on the ground, making sure that the Secret Service and the SWAT teams or your guards assess the situation to make sure it is safe and ushering you out of there, okay? But again, this is very interesting, and I asked in previous video, are we going to be seeing an assassination pandemic? So once again, I did make a video about the assassination attempt of the Slovak Prime Minister. And he was shot about 5 times or so, and he managed to survive, okay? Or at least there hasn't been, or I haven't heard any news about his current state, okay, in terms of his health. Probably that is because I've been busy with other topics, and I am going to have to go back to review, okay, to find information about the Slovak Prime Minister. So in that video or program or talk, however you want to say it, I ask a question. Are we going to be seeing an assassination pandemic? Or will the assassination attempt start with the Slovak Prime Minister and end with the Slovak Prime Minister? Now, with the situation with Donald Trump, the answer is yes, it started with the Slovak Prime Minister, but perhaps it is not going to end with the Slovak Prime Minister. Throughout the world, presidents and prime ministers and chancellors and foreign ministers, basically government officials throughout the world, are in danger because the people are very much angry, and there are unrest going on in their various countries, and people around the world are very much angry, okay, with the situation in the various countries and in the global community. So as a result of that, perhaps we could be seeing an assassination pandemic. Now, in terms of Donald Trump, okay, and it is being said that it is a supposedly assassination attempt. From what I got, it hasn't been declared yet an assassination attempt or whatsoever. So within the next 24 hours, we could be getting more information out there. Now, the situation for Donald Trump, it is a ripe situation, okay? As someone said, he thrived in such situation. And the fact that when he finally rose up, okay, from the podium, after the situation took place, when he got down, when he finally rose up, it is as if he was looking for the camera. He wanted to be seen in the camera. He wanted that iconic image of a bloody Donald Trump, a bloody face, and then with the fist in the air, Okay, he wanted the image of a bloody face to spread all over the world. He wanted an iconic image, and with the fist up in the air, okay, a sign, okay, or an activity, an action of resistance. But then, as much as the moment was made for him, was the moment made for the United States? To that question, I say no. Because I do believe that people like Donald Trump are very much selfish. As much as the moment was made for him, he didn't take into consideration that as a person of his stature, a person of his political level, and adding to the polarization of the United States, the polarization within the United States. If people like Donald Trump was to be assassinated, I'm not God, but I do believe the United States could be in for a civil war, for a very dangerous time. There are people in the far right who just believe that the government and immigrants and everyone who is not white are out to get them. There are people in the right who do believe that Armageddon is coming and that a civil war is coming, and they are basically stockpiling weapons and they are ready. If Donald Trump was to be assassinated, many in the United States, many of his supporters, I do believe, could take serious action. And if people in the left and in other political sections of the United States, the American society, resist or counter their activities, their action, then the United States could be up for a very serious problem, a civil war. So Donald Trump, as much as he rose up to the moment to basically paint himself in the image of history, okay, in the portrait of history, by exposing himself where he could actually be assassinated, could basically plunge the United States into a civil war, into a very destabilizing event or situation, which in itself could destabilize the world. Also, it is interesting that even after the situation had happened, you have the Secret Service and you have the SWAT guys all fully geared up as if they were in a war zone. One of them basically went by the podium on the stage and he had his rifle in his arm like he was ready to shoot. Such image doesn't make the United States look good in the eyes of the international community. Given the U.S. Failure in Ukraine, given what is happening in the United States, given the economic situation, given the rise of China, given the situation in the Middle East, given the situation in Africa, in Europe, in South America, in the Caribbean, it doesn't make the United States look good in the eyes of the world. It doesn't make the United States look stable. So as much as such image could work for Donald Trump, it also taints the United States image and reputation. So in terms of the people at the rally, Trump rally, it is very interesting that many of them, okay, many of them seem to not care, okay, that there has been an assassination attempt. They just stood there, okay, bystander, with their cell phones out and they recorded. It seems, and these are the same people who will dare grill others, okay, or grill Gen Zs, okay, of being too childish and being too computer and cell phone connected, okay. The people, many of them, did not take cover or try to protect themselves. They were like spectators at a football game or a basketball game in the United States. It was like a movie. Watching the thing, it seems like a movie to me. Yes, perhaps there was in a need to be frightened, okay, because the situation was under control. But it doesn't add up for me. It doesn't seem very It seems concerning for me. It is concerning. And as I said earlier, such image, the reality of what happened at the event, the Trump rally in Pennsylvania, doesn't make the United States look good. You have a country that has always demonstrated, project or portrayed sentiments of peace and security. With this happening, an attempted assassination of a former president in real time, in social media, being captured in cell phone. It isn't the thing that humanity read about, okay? The assassination of Abraham Lincoln and all these guys, okay? Where you can just read about it and think about it and try to connect to that time period, what the atmosphere or the environment looked like. Today, we are watching these things unfolding live. Live. The situation doesn't help America, doesn't make America look strong. I grew up seeing an America where the president or former president is walking, looking either nice in his black suit or looking very comfortable, casual, professional. The Secret Service are there. You know that if you mess with the man, they are going to put their you know what in your ear hole. But everything seems peaceful and calm. The fact that you have SWAT team all geared up as if they were in a war zone. Some of them in like the khaki green uniform, and they look like they were in Afghanistan. You have civil service personnel pulling out their guns. You have a former president bloodied up. It is an image that I hope somehow the Americans wipe it out of the internet. And I do believe they might want to do that. Because if such image spread around the world, once again, it demonstrates a lack of security and stability and honesty and calmness and unity, togetherness that the United States has for a long time, about 248 years or so, to the rest of the world. Okay? It demonstrates contradiction to such images of a peaceful, calm, and unified United States. Now, I am going to end here, okay? Once again, I'm going to say that I do not mean to be offensive. It is not my intention. And I know that many may find what I just said to be controversial. It is not my intention. I am just a person with an opinion, and I dare to engage in discussion about the various topics and events in the world today. And I am a global citizen. I am part of this world. And I want to join the conversation, and I will join the conversation and share my opinion. So forgive me if you think I'm being offensive or that I am trying to spread conspiracy theories or conspiracy. It is not my intention. But thank you very much for being a member of the Echoing Voice community. And most importantly, thank you very much for watching the Echoing Voice. Peace.